Welcome back to the channel, folks. Keith here from Command the Hoop Celtic. I hope you're all doing good. Happy Friday to you. So, 2 days away from the league starting. I hope you're all excited. I am massively excited, even though the fans are not going to be in the stadium and we're playing against an absolute brutal opposition. But we can't take them for granted. Hamilton, to be honest with you, Hamilton, I can't even see them finishing the top six. I think they'd be fighting for relegation this season. They're one of them type of clubs that you wish they weren't in the league. There's better teams in the championship that should be in the league instead of them. But anyways, let's talk about the game. We starting lineup will be Barkas in goal. Okay, he strives on pressure, he said in the interview yesterday. So put him in the mix straight away. Scott Bain, drop Scott and put Barkas in. We need, obviously, we're about to pay nearly 6 million for this keeper, so why not straight away in there? Right back would be Jeremy Frimpong. Jeremy has been brilliant over pre-season. Very energetic, still young. He's going to be a massive player for this season. I think I'd put him over El Hamid anyway. I think El Hamid showed glimpses in pre-season. He's not up to the level that he should be. So Jeremy in there. Left back would be Taylor. I think this is a massive season for Taylor to prove, to establish himself in that left back position. Obviously, we still have Bolingoli in there as well. But Taylor, left back, brilliant at pushing forward. I think he needs to work on his defensive issues though. He's not as the player that he should be at. So I'm going to go with left back with Taylor. Centre back will be Christopher Oyer and Julian. You know, Oyer, this is a massive season as well for Oyer. Massive season for them all, but especially for Oyer because he's been there's interest from overseas. Obviously, Italy have been looking at clubs in Italy have been looking at him. A couple of teams down the Premier League have been looking at him. So he has to establish himself to get a move after 10 in a row. So this is a big one from Julian's been brilliant since last season, since we signed him from Toulouse. Looking forward to seeing more of him. Obviously, more goals out of him, more passion, more desire. Everything he has to all in his locker. So hopefully he's going to be unbelievable this season. Midfield, I'm going to go with 5 in the midfield. I think Neil Lennon, obviously we have Kamala and Griffiths as well to pick for with strikers. I think he's going to go with the safe guns on this one just to get in the result over the line. So I'm going to go with Bruni in there, our leader, our captain. Nothing else you could say, you know. We need him in there, his skills in the locker to push that team for 10 in a row. Cal Mack, obviously Cal is just one of the best players we have. He provides, he's a machine. Literally, he is the engine of our team. As much as people might not say it, but he is the engine of our team. Provides everything, assists, goals, passion, desire, everything. So Cal Mack, I'd go in there. Ryan Christie would get the nod. Ryan has been alright over in pre-season. Last season he had a really good season. So if you can replicate it or even go better than that, we'll all be happy with that. On the right wing would always have to be James Forrest, you know. James Forrest has been phenomenal over the last decade for us. You know, he's an unsung hero in some Celtic fans' eyes. So I'll go with James Forrest. On the left would be Mohamed Al-Nusi. We signed him again this summer from Southampton. So if he can keep himself fit and he can do what he does, I could see him being a top baller, a really top baller. And you never know, we might get him on the permanent next season. So let's see how he gets on. And then up front with Odsonne Edouard. You know, Edouard, he's a massive player, 27 goals last season. So if you can get to that level or even go beyond that, will be absolutely class. You know, clubs are sniffing around at him. You know, this is going to be hard to keep him, but we keep him for 10 in a row. He brings us the goals, wins us the league. Enough said, let him go at the end of the season once he can get us 10. So Kamala could come off the bench. Griff could come off the bench. You know, Griff is only at the playing that game against Hibs, but he's an option, you know. There is options on that bench. So we have Jan Hamid as well that we could bring on defensively and stuff. And then Welch as well. Then Karamoko as well could come on and cause a threat. So looking forward to this season. I say it's going to be 3-0. I just think Hamilton, though, having in the locker to cause us threats, the sneaky 1 or 2, but I'm going to fancy Celtic 3-0. It's going to be weird, as you've seen it last Sunday and last Monday, no fans in the stadium. We're just going to have to get used to it until they're looking at the 14th of September to get the fans back in. A portion of fans, the Scottish Government said, so we'll have to take it as it comes. If the cases surge, I can't see it happening, but everything's pretty good at the moment in Scotland, so fingers crossed. Regards to the away jersey that was published today, the pictures of it looks pretty good. Have to say, remastered Love Street, the V-neck, the mint green with the dark green. It looks absolutely class. The alphabet, I'm still a bit iffy about it, but look, we'll get on with. Some people buy without the alphabet, but overall, the rating of the jersey, by looking at it, I'd give it about a 9 out of 10. You know, I just think the alphabet puts it off, but the overall, the tailor of it, even the arms, it just looks absolutely class. So looking forward to getting it. Surely it should be out in the middle of August anyway. So regards to the transfer news, Ivan Toney's been linked with us again. Peterborough striker. He was meant to be going to West Ham. West Ham are looking at 6 million for him, but he wants to play for Celtic. He wants to work under Gavin Strachan again. So time will tell. The Ajeti deal just went out the window. I thought it was done and dusted, but it looks like he's gone to the MLS. It fell through. So we get another striker. We need it obviously for all these games that we have. So we'll see what happens there. Regards to we're linked with a winger, a guy called Rodrigo Riquelme. He plays for Atletico Madrid, youngster. He's played in tournaments, Euros for Spain. He's played against Rangers last February. He looks like a really good prospect as well, and we can get him over the line. It'd be pretty decent, you know. That's what's going to happen this season. We're going to get a few players on loan, and that's just the karma as it is. But bring him in, see what he's made of. Get him on the wing, left or right. You know, gives options, gives a bit of competition, obviously, for Jamesy, Karamoko, and Anusi as well. So we'll see what happens there. But overall, looking forward to all. It should be interesting. As I said, it's a long season ahead. It's going to be a lot of drama. It's going to be a lot of surprises. There's going to be amazing nights. We might lose a few games, but we'll take it on the chin. We're champions, and we're going to get this 10 in a row. And it's going to be hard grafting. We're not going to literally win it easy enough. Rangers are going to cause a threat to us, but overall, I think, be realistic, I think we'll finish the season 16 points ahead of them. I really think it. I think the massive talking point. We beat them in the Glasgow derbies. We win our games coming back from Europe. Consistency, not be complacent. That's all we need. You know, we have enough players, we have enough leaders in there to get us 10 in a row, and then we have a great manager as well, Neil Lennon. If he can do it, I'd be delighted for him. I'd be delighted for him and Scott Brown. We'll have to see anyway. So if you haven't subscribed to the video, just scroll down, hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a safe one. Hail, up the Celts.